Hey y'all, this is Lori. Welcome to Y'all Be Well. This is not my typical healthy video. In fact, there's probably nothing healthy about it except for a little good time. So I am about to show y'all how to make a Sweet Potato Quenn's margarita. I am having some friends over in a little bit, and one of my friends makes the best guacamole ever. So when you're having good homemade guacamole, you kind of need a margarita. So, what is a Sweet Potato Quenn margarita? About 18 years ago, because my sister was in the hospital, pregnant with my nephew who just turned 18, that's how I remember. I read my first Sweet Potato Quenn book. And I remember laughing so hard that I kept waking my sister up. And she told me I was the second person that had stayed with her in the hospital and was laughing so hard that she was awakened due to the Sweet Potato Quenns. So I have one of their books here. They have several. The author is Connor Browne out of Jackson, Mississippi. And I believe I started with the first one called The Sweet Potato Quenn's Field Guide to Men. They're all equally funny and hilarious. It's a great beach read, so if you're looking for a beach book that you can just laugh with, this is a good choice. This one is called The Sweet Potato Quenn's Wedding Planner. And if that's not your cup of tea, you can flip it over, and it's The Sweet Potato Quenn's Divorce Guide. So you have to have a little sense of humor to enjoy their books, but they're very, very funny, and they're very Southern. And so, you know, in the South we like to eat most things salty, sweet, cheesy, bacon. So they have recipes throughout each book that that they share that are all really unhealthy and really good. But you know, all things in moderation, including moderation, right? So I'm going to show you how to make the Sweet Potato Quenn's Knock You Naked margarita. All right? So here goes. This will be on the rocks because you can't blend it because it contains beer, and it will froth and froth and froth and froth. So start with 12 ounces of your favorite frozen lime juice, limeade. And I always, it doesn't really call for fresh limes, but I always squeeze a few fresh limes in there while I'm making it. So I have some here already I've kind of juiced up. And then you want to take, so this is a 12-ounce can. You want to turn around and fill that 12-ounce can with your favorite tequila. This one is lime flavored. I like a lot of lime. So about, I don't know, probably 16, 17 years ago, my mom and two of my good friends and I went to Jackson, Mississippi to the yearly Sweet Potato Quenn parade. So you get to be the queen of your own parade. And we were the queen bees. We had costumes and signs, the whole 9 yards. So you'll hear all about that if you read the books. And we were actually the first Sweet Potato Quenn chapter for Central Louisiana. I think maybe for all of Louisiana, so that's a huge honor. So one of my queen bees is on her way, so I had to make her these. All right, so this is 12 ounces. I just poured 12 ounces of tequila in there, and they call for 7-Up, never Sprite, and that's what she always says. I don't really know why, but they always say 7-Up, never Sprite. So again, I'm just gonna fill 12 ounces, and this is a little small 7.5 ounce can, so I will add a little more. You get your Sprite in there. Again, not healthy. But it's not what you do occasionally. It's what you do mostly that affects your health, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit more of this, about a third in there. I'm not great at measuring things. All right, so now the other kicker is a Corona Light beer. So I'm just gonna pour that over into my pitcher here where I put all this other stuff. So this is why you can't make it on the rocks. Technically, I mean, this is why you can't make it frozen. Technically, you can if you want to make it and then add the beer later, but it's good like this, and it's good on the rocks for a change. And I'm just gonna stir it up good. You can even run it through the blender, but if your limeade is thawed enough, you really don't have to. And mix it up good. Squeeze a little bit of that fresh lime in there. The more lime, the better. My friend says that's the key to her guacamole. The more lime, the better. It's seriously the best I've ever had. So we're about to have some of that. All right, so I even have my Sweet Potato Quenn's glasses. And all the queens are named Tammy. So I don't know, it says Queen Tammy on here. So if you're Tammy, you're kind of already a queen. She explains that in her books too. It's quite funny. So I'm going to take a little piece of my lime. Going to run it around the lip here to make my salt stick. Again, not healthy. All right, I have my little plate of Margarita salt. Just going to run this through. I'm going to put a little ice over in here after the video. Just pour it in. It's really, really good. Smells delicious. And there you have it. Sweet Potato Quenn's Margarita. So if you need something to go with your guacamole, occasionally, not all the time, and if you want some funny reading material, check out Sweet Potato Quenns with author Connor Browne. So, y'all be well and have a great hump day. Bye-bye.